मास्क उतारो जी में आप सबका स्वागत है। मेरे साथ है अभिजीत अय्यर मित्रा। इनको पकड़ना बहुत ही मुश्किल है, नामुमकिन है। ये डॉन है, डॉन। नमस्कार सिस्टर।
यीशु की कृपा आप पे बनी रहे।
यीशु यीशु यीशु। अभिजीत, नाउ आई वांट टू नो दिस पोस्ट ऑपरेशन सिंदूर थिंग एंड about Congress and Rahul Gandhi's reaction
हम्म।
to what he's saying and what he's, the way he's maligning the army also, and he's mocking the prime minister. I want to know that. First, you tell me what were the three, four capabilities of the armed forces that shocked you personally in these 3 day conflict? Like you were really surprised or shocked or happy or whatever.
So the first and foremost was the air defense capability, right? Because to date, the Azerbaijan-Armenia war showed that there is no, and the Ukraine war showed there is no easy way out of drones, drone attacks, because they're very cheap. They're like $30,000 per drone, and they cause havoc, right? The only person who's been able to counter them very effectively is Israel, but at a price point that is obscene. Every shoot down of a $30,000 Iranian drone would have cost close to $1 million to the Israeli Air Force, and that is not sustainable, right? 30,000 का अगर आपको $1 million देना पड़े to shoot it down, uh, there is no universe in which that is economically sustainable. और वो भी उनको they need to get French warships, British American warships, the Saudi Air Force, the Jordanian Air Force, the Iraqi Air Force, all going up in the air to protect them and things like that. इधर हमने खुद indigenously developed, there are two companies, Greener Tech and Zentech, both based out of Hyderabad, that did this entire thing. Apparently also a company called TechForge, uh, who did this entire thing, जहां एक $30,000 ड्रोन के लिए आपने कहीं 10 या 20 हजार रुपए, नॉट डॉलर, रुपए खर्च किए इंटरसेप्ट करने के लिए.
Oh
So
wow.
for me, that was, like, and we're much richer than Pakistan. So understand, we are
No
intercepting,
comparison.
huh, and we are intercepting them at 1/100th the price, less than 1/100th the price that it costs. I mean, let's check this. Ek second, let me just Google this. Convert 30,000 USD to INR. So 25 lakh rupee ka drone, we are intercepting it at 10 to 20,000 rupees. Yani ki it is basically, it's like taking out a Kia Seltos with a cycle,
Okay.
essentially. Okay. So this was capability number one. That was amazing. The second capability that we had, which wasn't a surprise per se, because, knowing that we have the BrahMos and knowing that we have the Scalp, you knew they were very accurate and precise missiles because they've hit bullseye in the past. But the capability was the ability to produce immediate damage reconnaissance photos,
Hmm.
showing how accurate it was. Because if you remember, there were photos of the Balakot strike as well, but they weren't very clear. Here, all the imagery was absolutely clear, crystal clear, where you could see the damage done, and there was no way of denying the ability to ye karo fight. The third was the Akash intercepting the ballistic missile that was aimed at the Sirsa
Hmm.
Y-30 airbase, right? So these for me were the three big, big, big capabilities that came out.
Why this hitting Noor Khan base was so important. And Pakistan themselves, they named 7 air bases which were attacked by India. But why Indian armed forces are like, why they reluctant to admit that they've caused damage to Pakistan and a big damage to Pakistan? Why are we underestimating or why we are underplaying the whole thing?
क्योंकि वो बाद में, see, that was a trap. So we hit 20, okay?
Hmm.
Assume we hit 20. We only put out 10. Then they say, oh, what, thus maybe now they can't deny the damage in the 10 air bases. Then over time, we start showing the damage in the other air bases. Okay, so they thought it was better, given the kind of satellite reconnaissance capability we had, to show, be very honest about the damage that had happened, and that was a very very good thing that happened. ठीक है ना? अब नूर खान में was a very interesting thing. ये जो कैराना जो स्ट्राइक किया था ना, वो एकदम बकवास स्ट्राइक था, वो बस फालतू, वो we shouldn't have talked it up, but we did for whatever reason. The main strike was Noor Khan Air Base. Now think of it uh, mentally, psychologically. It's like hitting Palam Airport. Because Noor Khan is between Islamabad and Rawalpindi, which is like between Delhi and Gurgaon. Basically, Islamabad is to Rawalpindi what Gurgaon is to Delhi.
Hmm.
ठीक है? और उसके बीच में है पालम एयरपोर्ट. अब Palam Airport, if you put it out of commission, now see, Palam is different because Palam is, it's also a huge commercial hub. But imagine had it been a military airport. Hitting that is hitting the crown jewel, number one. Number two, आपने कहाँ मारा नूर खान पे? उनके जो दो बड़े कंटेनर थे, which was their ultra secret, ultra specialized nuclear command authority, उधर मारा. और जो एयरफोर्स मेस था, वेर द न्यूक्लियर कमांड अथॉरिटी पायलट्स वेर सिटिंग एंड ईटिंग और ड्रिंकिंग गॉड नोज व्हाट, उधर मारा. सो यू हैव टेकन आउट अ नोडल एजेंसी. इट इज, अगर if this was the Indian government, it was like taking out the briefcase that the prime minister uses to launch a nuclear strike. वो ब्रीफकेस ही अगर आप तबाह कर दोगे तो क्या होगा? And it's like killing everybody in the National Security Council who is in charge of activating the nuclear strike. Now understand, those people, they would have already have to serve for about 10 to 15 years in order to qualify to join the nuclear service, because they would have had to be very rigorously security vetted. उसके बाद जो स्पेशलाइज्ड ट्रेनिंग उनको दिया गया है, और 8-10 साल, वो सब तबाह हो गया एक शॉट.
अच्छा
एक
अभी
प्लेन जब
हाँ,
तबाह होता है ना, इट टेक्स ओनली लाइक 6 months to a year to replace a plane. But when a high value human like that dies, it
या
takes 8 to 10 years to replace.
अच्छा अभिजीत, ये अमेरिका की जो एटीट्यूड है, पूरा जो उनका है, इट्स वेरी प्रो पाकिस्तान. तो आपको नहीं लगता अमेरिका इतना हेल्प कर रहा है पाकिस्तान को, तो इंडिया उसके साथ कल डिफेंस डील करेगा उसके साथ? आपको लगता है फिर भी ये सेपरेट होगा, और जो प्रो पाकिस्तान है, स्टैंड है अमेरिका का, वो सेपरेट होएगा?
नहीं, देखो, see, the first thing apparently that has happened is, and members of the delegation who came back told me this, because they spoke to the Trump family. The first issue was the question of America's own deterrence. If two nuclear countries go to war, imagine, and they do not take it nuclear. Nuclear deterrence का क्या होता है? Can you imagine what will then happen between America and Russia? If the myth of nuclear deterrence is broken, it's very, very dangerous. That is why they got involved suddenly. Second, which was not spoken about at this meeting with parliamentarians, was the fact that the Pakistanis, especially the Pakistani crypto bros, they have a very deep inroad with Trump. But that particular thing we are now counteracting because we've hired our own deep inroads with Trump. And remember, we can always provide him with much greater business opportunities uh,
पाकिस्तान.
than Pakistan can. I mean, अगर वो ट्रम्प टावर इस्लामाबाद में डालेगा, भाई कौन खरीदेगा? भिखारी लोग क्या खरीद सकते हैं वो?
नहीं, पर ये हम ये तो नहीं करेंगे कि हम ये प्रो पाकिस्तान स्टैंड के कारण हम डिफेंस डील्स ना करें अमेरिका के साथ, ऐसा नहीं होगा.
देखो, there are lots of options on the table. We are going to measure this very carefully. Honestly, I'm not Modi, so I don't know what to do. But notice, Modi does not personalize foreign policy. प्रधानमंत्री बनने के पहले उन्होंने उन पे कितने सारे थूके किया था ये ईयू ने, अमेरिका डिनाइड हिम, कैंसल्ड हिज सिविलियन वीजा,
हम्म,
यूरोप रिफ्यूज्ड टू लेट हिम कम. डिड ही एवर टेक इट आउट इन एनी ऑफ दिस कंट्रीज आफ्टर ही केम टू पावर?
हम्म.
सो ही डज व्हाट इज गुड फॉर इंडिया. उसके लिए खुद अपना ये इज टोटली सैक्रिफाइसेबल इन द नेशनल इंटरेस्ट.
आपको ये जो हुआ, ऑपरेशन सिंदूर हुआ, द वे एवरीथिंग हैपेंड, आर्मी ने जो हमारा इतनी ब्रेवरी दिखाई और सब दिखाया, मोदी जी ने भी, जैसे आपका मोदी जी की लीडरशिप इस ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के लिए आपके क्या व्यूज है उनके बारे में, related to this Pahalgam attack, after that Operation Sindoor, like giving a 10, 12, 14 days gap, keeping quiet, इसका क्या आप क्या निकालोगे? People were getting restless, agitated, कि क्यों कुछ नहीं हो रहा, क्या आप निकालोगे इस चीज
देखो, जब से ये आर्टिकल 20 या आर्टिकल 370 एब्रोगेट हुआ 2019 में,
का?
you've been running Mask Utaro Ji for the last 4 5 years at least.
3 years, yeah,
I
हाँ.
I have went on telling you that one or two or more big terror attacks will happen. Have I not told you that on your program
Yeah,
itself?
yeah, 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 2, 3 times, yeah.
Insurgency is over, but terror attacks will happen. This will not be the last also. इसी की तरह एक दो और टेरर अटैक भी होंगे, बिकॉज इट इज फिजिकली इम्पॉसिबल टू स्टॉप इट. It is a physical impossibility. Unless you have the luxury of America, which has 12,000 kilometers of ocean on one side and 8,000 kilometers of ocean on the other side. ठीक है ना? Or maybe it's 6 and 12. I forget. But we don't have that luxury. You understand? So when you don't have that luxury, terror attacks are impossible to stop, number one. Now, what I did not expect was the significant escalation of the response. पहले उरी जो response था वो इधर था, फिर बालाकोट जो था वो इधर था, अब पहलगाम का response तो इस स्क्रीन के बाहर मेरे छत तक चला गया.
I know,
समझ रहे
हाँ.
हो? And so understand the kind of deterrence it has created. I now suspect there are two things I'll tell you. One is, I think the general intelligence assessment, and I think most people in government also agree with this, is that हमने इतने बुरी तरह से उनका नाक रगड़ा है ना मिट्टी में. A next terror attack is imminent because Asim Munir has to save face somehow. But we're also very clear that it is not going to be from Pakistan that the terror attack will come. They will use some kind of a Bangladeshi terror group to launch that attack ताकि वो अपने लोगों को बोल सके कि देखो भाई हमने कर दिया है. You can't attack Bangladesh because it's a, well, right now it's a semi-friendly country. It was a friendly country till a year back. And uh, a Bangladeshi terror group, you can't link to Pakistan to attack it. We suspect that is what is going to happen now. I know for a fact there's a high alert, but let's be very clear about this. Hindustan ke size ka desh, with the kind of, see, America has only two borders, Mexico border, Canada border. Okay. We have how many borders do we have?
I know.
We've got Pakistan, we've got China, we've got Bhutan, we've got Nepal, we've got Bangladesh, we've got Burma, heavily
श्रीलंका,
forested.
सब कुछ ही, सारे कुछ ही घिरे हुए हैं
And
हमको.
you know, the Canada border at least is, you can say Canada is a first world country. Mexico, इट इज अ डेजर्ट बॉर्डर. उधर पेड़ उगता नहीं है. आप देख सकते हो सब चीज को, कौन इन्फिल्ट्रेट कर रहा है कौन नहीं कर रहा है. इधर हमारे बॉर्डर्स एक्सेप्ट द राजस्थान बॉर्डर आर
हम्म,
हेवीली फॉरेस्ट. यू कांट
yeah.
डिटेक्ट हैपनिंग. So it is a physical impossibility that an attack is imminent, and I suspect it will come either from Nepal or Bangladesh. Nepal is a second this thing because Nepal has that visa free for Pakistanis.
हम्म. नहीं, एंड
So
इवन तेराई रीजन में इतनी सारी मस्जिद बनी है, आई हर्ड कि वो मस्जिद जो नेपाल साइड में, वो सारी हाफिज सईद की फंडेड हैं, और सब है, वो जो बॉर्डर है इंडिया नेपाल का.
quite possible. So I'm बट इट्स फाइन क्योंकि अगली बार भी बहुत कुटाई होगी. आई एम वेटिंग फॉर द सेकेंड राउंड ऑफ कुटाई. बिकॉज लेट अस बी क्लियर. देखो, मोदी ने दो चीजें कर दिया है, एंड आई डोंट थिंक पीपल अंडरस्टूड द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ इट एट दैट टाइम. पहले जब 6 तारीख को हमने स्ट्राइक्स किए, अ, पाकिस्तान को कॉल की करके बोला
हम्म,
गया कि हम हमारी स्ट्राइक्स अभी टेरर टारगेट्स के खिलाफ जारी हैं. हम आपके कोई भी मिलिट्री टारगेट्स को टारगेट नहीं कर
नहीं
रहे हैं.
करेंगे।
ये आप पे निर्भर है कि आप बोलते रहते हो कि ये टेररिस्ट अलग लोग हैं, ठीक है ना. ये मिलिट्री सपोर्ट नहीं है इनका. तो साबित कीजिए, क्योंकि हम टेरर बेसिस को अटैक कर रहे हैं. अगर आपके नहीं है तो आप अटैक नहीं करेंगे. और पाकिस्तान ने क्या किया? उन्होंने अटैक किया हम पे. तो अब क्या होता है? अगली बार हम टेरर बेसिस को अटैक नहीं करेंगे, हम पाकिस्तान मिलिट्री पे अटैक करेंगे. और ये प्रधानमंत्री ने साफ साफ बोल दिया था, जो 10 मई के स्पीच दिया था. ठीक है. नाउ द ग्लव्स आर ऑफ. नेक्स्ट टाइम देर इज एन अटैक लाइक दिस, द बॉम्ब विल लैंड, द स्कैल्प और द ब्राह्मोस विल लैंड ऑन आईएसआई हेडक्वार्टर्स और पाकिस्तान आर्मी हेडक्वार्टर्स इन रावलपिंडी. ओके. नंबर वन. नंबर टू, दिस होल थिंग कि भाई ये जो न्यूक्लियर ब्लैकमेल है, वो अब चलने वाला नहीं है. आप अमेरिका के पास जाके रो, कुछ नहीं होने वाला. तीसरी बात यह है कि हमारे जो सब ऑब्जेक्टिव्स थे टेरर बेसिस को, देखिए, पाकिस्तान को ह्यूमिलिएट करना, इस्लामाबाद कैप्चर करना, पीओके कैप्चर करना, कराची को कैप्चर करना हमारा कभी भी मकसद नहीं था.
हम्म,
मकसद क्या था? टेरर बेसिस को हमला करना. वो हमने हमने फर्स्ट डे फर्स्ट स्ट्राइक पे अचीव कर लिया.
कर लिया हाँ।
सो देयर वाज नथिंग लेफ्ट टू डू. ठीक है. सो इट्स ऑल
हम्म,
बीन वेरी वेरी क्लियर. सो आई थिंक दीज थिंग्स हैव कम आउट क्वाइट क्लियरली इन द होल दिस थिंग. I am actually quite in awe of how we handle this, except the PR. PR, na, they should have trained the officers to be more interactive. I mean, 10th ke baad to they did it very well with the panel of officers. But the first, during the operation, I mean, leave aside the visibility of the two female officers, they have to go through more training and they have to take Q&A.
हम्म,
ये
yeah, true,
red statements aren't great.
great. अच्छा, अभी ऑपरेशन सिंदूर से ही रिलेटेड है। हमारी ऑपोजिशन है, उनका जो रिएक्शन था, एंड स्पेशली राहुल गांधी, आई फेल्ट कहीं ना कहीं राहुल गांधी इज overdoing whatever he's doing, like he's maligning the army, he's mocking the prime minister. आप राहुल गांधी का ये कैसे जस्टिफाई कर सकते हैं, लेबलिंग पीएम मोदी एज सरेंडर नरेंद्र मोदी, स्पेशली जब इंडिया का हैंडलिंग ऑफ दिस होल ऑपरेशन has been very very good, it's par excellence, but still why Rahul Gandhi is doing this?
राहुल गांधी है. अब तुम बताओ. आई यू हैव किड्स, आई डोंट हैव किड्स, सो आई कांट टेल यू. आई, मेरे बच्चे तो मेरे डॉग्स हैं. वो जो मेरे डॉग, वो मेरा हर बात सुनते हैं
और इंटेलिजेंट है।
और इंटेलिजेंट है. नाउ देखो बहन, आई कांट टॉक अबाउट थिंग्स लाइक हैविंग किड्स हु आर एरेंट एंड फेल्ड इन देयर करियर. आई मीन, इमेजिन यार, ही स्ट्यूइंग इन व्हाट, he's never held a proper job,
हम्म,
been at it for the last 15 years, and all he has to show for it is failure after failure after failure after failure. Can you imagine how bitter that makes you?
he has that anger in his eyes, he has that, hatred for Modi in his eyes.
You know why? He can't believe कि a मामूली चाय वाला from a rural part of Gujarat, and an OBC at that,
हम्म,
is able to repeatedly take on foreign returned, foreign पढ़ा हुआ, आधा foreign Janaudhari Brahman like him, who
I know.
speaks such good English, and who has six-pack abs, and who has membership at the Lodi so he can exercise and swim in a heated pool.
राहुल गांधी। पर आपको नहीं लगता ये जो पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग हो रही है मोदी जी की, इनडायरेक्टली ये आर्मी को भी डिमोरलाइज कर सकती है? और लोगों का
कैसे?
व्यू व्यू नहीं, लाइक लोगों का व्यू भी आर्मी के बारे में, वो ही sowing that seed of suspicion in people, because there are a lot of people who do say कि अरे कुछ नहीं हुआ, ऑपरेशन सिंदूर was a flop,
I
or
I'm just
because
going
of
to tell you the army. Look, the army doesn't listen to Rahul Gandhi, but when Rahul Gandhi goes, there's the old Sanskrit adage, Vinashakale Viprita Buddhi. Look, I mean, does he think he's going to get votes because of Surrender Narendra?
Hmm.
If he thinks that, this shows you why he can never win.
It doesn't resonate with people, na, this whole
It doesn't
mala.
resonate with, in fact,
Hmm.
it just makes you angry.
But
It just
globally,
makes
but globally, will it harm India's image? No, what Rahul Gandhi is saying. No.
who takes Rahul Gandhi seriously?
Even Obama doesn't.
Yeah, so there you go.
Obama also didn't have anything nice to say
लिखा
about
था ना,
him.
वो क्या लिखा था उस पे? Sincere but a slightly backward student.
अच्छा, अब लास्ट क्वेश्चन मेरा रिगार्डिंग दिस। अब ये जो डेलीगेशन गई पूरी ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड गई टू एक्सप्लेन पीपल, बेसिकली यही था ना, उन कंट्रीज को बताना है कि पाकिस्तान इज अ टेररिस्ट स्टेट, एंड दे हैड यू वी हैड टू अगेन एंड अगेन टेल देम दैट वी नीड सपोर्ट बिकॉज पाकिस्तान इज अ टेररिस्ट स्टेट। अब आप मुझे बताओ, इससे कांग्रेस जो डिवाइड हुई है, तो ये जब वापस आए तो क्या ये लोग वापस मनीष तिवारी, शशि थरूर वापस कांग्रेस ही में ही रहेंगे, कि मतलब ये क्या होगा इनका सबका? राहुल गांधी
टेल
कुछ
मी,
और बोल रहे हैं।
मेरे को कभी ये बताओ, कभी भी शशि थरूर, मनीष
मनीष
तिवारी,
तिवारी।
आनंद शर्मा, सलमान खुर्शीद, have they ever made in their history the kind of statements that Rahul Gandhi makes? नहीं ना. So they are all old school, old mold congressmen. You don't need to like them. You don't need to like them at all. But at least accept that the old Congress was very different from the Rahul Congress.
कीपिंग दैट ग्रेस, दैट डिग्निफाइड है। हाँ,
Exactly.
चलो ये हुआ, राहुल का कोई क्योर नहीं है। थैंक यू सो मच अभिजीत, थैंक यू।
Thank you. Thank you.